Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again with another video. Yeah, so news come out about Kurt Warner and him throwing shade at Jason Witten about that Monday Night Football job. Okay. So, of course, when they confronted Kurt Warner about it, of course you're going to deny it. You're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I said that. Nah, he basically denied the whole tweet, saying that, oh, I was just talking in general about jobs being unfair, jobs should be fair. He was like, since a kid, I've always thought that no matter your race, color, religion, whatever the case may be, the right man for the job should be the right man for the job. So when they asked him, why would you, was that directed toward Witten, he denied it and said, nah, that wasn't towards Jason Witten. Nah, I wasn't throwing shade. Okay, so that's random for you to say something like that right when Jason Witten got this job. I just feel like he feels a little slighted because he was one of the guys that was a front runner for the Monday Night Football job. And I guess he feels like, well, dang, I got beat out by somebody that just retired today. And I've already been an analyst for a little while, working for NFL Network. Whatever the case may be, I'm not hating on Kurt Warner. I've been a fan of Kurt Warner too. He's done great work. His story is very unique as well, and he actually won a Super Bowl. Jason Witten has not. But Jason Witten is well known, well respected in this league all throughout, all age ranges. Everybody respects Jason Witten. And again, he played for America's team. Now, everybody always keeps saying that, well, first of all, I feel like Jason Witten won the job because, I mean, he interviewed. It's not like they just gave it to him. You know what I mean? Like, they went a poll, they interviewed these guys in front of cameras and to just see how they do. And Jason Witten beat out Kurt Warner. They thought that Jason Witten was better for the position than Kurt Warner was. I can't deny that. So I don't think that it was a biased decision. But because Jason Witten played for the Cowboys, because Tony Romo played for the Cowboys, anytime that you're a former player that played for the America's team, you're going to get ridiculed and criticized. No matter if it's, and of course it's a positive thing. Like, come on now, like, don't hate on him. Tony Romo was doing a damn good job with CBS. I didn't think that, I knew that he was going to do well, but I didn't know he was going to be like that. Jason Witten, the same thing. You know, this is an opportunity for him to get in that booth and do his thing, and he retired to do that. Hey, I'm all for it. Shout out to him for that. But, you know, for Kurt Warner to say and deny that, come on now. You wouldn't throw a tweet out there if it didn't have anything to do with it. Because that's just, it's not that much a coincidence that you throw a tweet like that out right when you lose a job out from another player, a former player. But again, there's a lot of shade thrown at the Cowboys players, the organization in general. Jerry Jones has been the butt of every conversation for years since he ran the team and since he bought the team in '89. My whole thing is this. Dallas Cowboys is America's team for a reason. People always say, oh, why is Dallas Cowboys America's team? I'm going to tell you why. It's not too many places that you could go in the U.S. No, scratch that. There's not many places that you could go to in this world that you would not at least see a couple of people with Dallas Cowboy apparel on, Dallas Cowboys, something on their car, a flag, something that represents that star. That is the reason why the Cowboys are America's team. And in my opinion, not just America's team, it's the world's team, for real, because Cowboys are known all over the place. They're known. So with them being known like that, they're America's team. Now, there's other reasons why they're America's team, but I'm not going to go into that. But in layman's terms, that is the main reason. Look at the fan base. Dallas Cowboys fan base is worldwide, all over the United States. I've never been, there's not many places that I traveled. I've been a lot of places, and places that I've been to, I've always seen a Cowboy fan, no matter where I go. It could be dead in enemy territory in Eagle Land. It could be all up in New York, all down in New Orleans. There's Cowboy fans everywhere. Shout out to Cajun Cowboy, though. So, yeah, so, again, we're the most hated and the most loved team at the same damn time. So, with that being said, that term bandwagon, I'm so tired of hearing that bandwagon word. It pisses me off to no end because people be just throwing the word bandwagon around and don't even understand what it means. First of all, to be a bandwagon fan, in my opinion, is to jump on a team when they're winning, to jump on a team when they have a lot of success. When the last time Cowboys won the Super Bowl? 23 years? Okay. So, how could you be... Me personally, I've never met a person that claimed that they're a Dallas Cowboy fan and was a bandwagon person, because there's nothing to jump on. There's no wagon to band to. Because we don't have a wagon, because we ain't won a Super Bowl. We don't even have that many playoff wins since the 90s. So, if you claim to be a Dallas Cowboy fan, you're definitely a Dallas Cowboy fan, because everybody I've met as Dallas Cowboy fans said that they've been one for their whole life. And you got to be a fan if you're living in enemy territory, especially an NFC East team. If you're living in one of those states, in one of those cities with another team, and you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you're true blue. Because if you were such a bandwagon, you would like those teams. First of all, you can't call somebody a bandwagon fan if they have a bunch of paraphernalia all over their house. Because why? But I'm not gonna keep getting into that. I'm just gonna say it's just weird. It's just weird to me. But back to Jason Witten. So Jason Witten had an amazing career. He's been a stand-up guy. His charitable donations that he's brought to this team, and you know, his deals with Albertsons grocery store. I mean, he's almost like the model guy. Like, a lot of people look up to him and respect him. Look at all these tight ends that's been coming out of the draft the last 5-10 years. If you ask any of them, they'll be like, well, who do you model your game after? I want to say 85% of them going to say Jason Witten, because Jason Witten has been a model tight end for years. Now, you know, he's always been a receiving tight end, and then later in his career, when the youngins came through, he started blocking, and he wasn't bad at blocking. Now, he wasn't bowling people over, but he was definitely holding his own. Like I said, him and Tony Gonzalez, like, they're going to go down as the two top-tier tight ends in the league, in league history. So, you know, there's no denying. You got to respect that man for what it is. I'm happy for him that he got that ESPN job. I already know that he's going to do great with that. But again, right now, our focus is, because, you know, both him and Dez, when they were on this team, they were a red zone threat. Now, you don't have that threat of the end zone. You don't, that red zone threat from, they were good at that. Dez Bryant, them back shoulder fades, that was almost 80%. That was gold. Jason Witten always found his way open in the end zone and the red zone. He was a security blanket for years for Tony Romo, and a little bit for Dak when he played with Dak. So I'm just saying, these young tight ends that we have, hey y'all, it's time to step it up. It's time to win. It's time to win now, y'all. And there's no playing around. If we go out to get a veteran and they're still out there in free agency, go do what you got to do. Get some camp bodies out here. Maybe one of these undrafted free agents could step up. I mean, who knows? But like I said, the young guys that we do have on the tight end, I think that they have talent. They just need the chance to get out there and play. This is your chance to shine. All you guys out here that love Rico Gathers, get behind your man, and hopefully he can do something. So with that being said, y'all already know E2 keep it real. So until next time, y'all have a good evening.